NASA just did something they've never done before. For the first time in history, they activated planetary defense protocols.
What would an asteroid that is a kilometer in diameter, what would it do if it hit the Earth?
That is likely to end human civilization.
For an object that's leaving our solar system. This is the story of 3I Atlas, and why the world's top astrophysicist thinks it might not be what it seems. On July 12, 2025, astronomers witnessed something that shouldn't exist. An interstellar comet displaying behavior that defies the fundamental laws of physics we've understood for centuries. I'm about to show you why Harvard's Professor Avi Loeb, the same scientist who chaired Harvard's astronomy department for 9 years, is now publicly suggesting this could be humanity's first documented encounter with alien technology. 3 questions will guide our investigation. Why is 3I Atlas behaving unlike any comet we've ever seen? What triggered NASA's unprecedented response? And what happens on October 29th that has the entire scientific community holding its breath? To understand why scientists are alarmed, you need to know one simple fact about comets. For over 400 years, since Galileo first observed them, every single comet has followed the same rule. Their tails always point away from the sun. Solar radiation heats the comet's icy surface. Material evaporates. Solar wind, charged particles streaming from the sun at millions of miles per hour, pushes this material away, creating the iconic tail. It's as predictable as smoke blowing downwind. But when the Nordic Optical Telescope captured 3I Atlas in July, its tail was pointing toward the sun, against the solar wind, against physics itself. Dr. Marco Micheli from the European Space Agency called it unprecedented in cometary science. That's scientists speak for this shouldn't be possible. Then in September, something even stranger happened. The tail suddenly reversed, snapping into normal orientation within days. No gradual transition, no observable cause, like someone flipped a switch. Professor Loeb published 2 peer-reviewed papers trying to explain this phenomenon. His conclusion: current models cannot adequately explain the observed behavior.
Then on October 29th, it will come closest to the sun. That's when it will be heated by sunlight the most. And that's when it can do a maneuver, taking advantage of the gravitational assist from the sun. And then on December 19th, just a week before Christmas, it will be closest to Earth. Not very close, at 1.8 times the Earth-Sun separation. However, the hundreds of observatories on Earth and the telescopes we have in space will get the best data on December 19th.
Yeah. But the anomalies don't stop there. 3I Atlas isn't just behaving strangely, it's monumentally different from our previous interstellar visitors. Remember Oumuamua from 2017? That cigar-shaped object that had scientists debating? It was roughly 100 meters long. Borisov, our second confirmed interstellar visitor, similar scale. 3I Atlas, it's over 1 kilometer in diameter. Professor Loeb calculated it's between 1,000 and 1 million times more massive than Oumuamua. That's not variation. That's a different category of object entirely. When the James Webb Space Telescope analyzed its composition in August, the results deepened the mystery. 87% carbon dioxide, 9% carbon monoxide, 4% water. Compare that to typical solar system comets. 80% water ice, 15% rock and dust, 5% other frozen gases. Dr. Karen Meach from the University of Hawaii's Institute for Astronomy noted, this composition is unlike any comet in our catalog of over 4,000 observed objects. One aerospace engineer, speaking on condition of anonymity, told me that CO2 to CO ratio, it looks more like exhaust from a chemical propulsion system than natural outgassing. Here's where probability enters the conversation. Space is three-dimensional. An object entering our solar system could come from literally any angle, above, Below, sideways, the odds of it traveling along the ecliptic plane, the flat disk where all our planets orbit? 1 in 500. 3I Atlas is following the ecliptic plane almost perfectly, but it gets more improbable. Its path brings it remarkably close to 3 specific planets: Mars, where we have active rovers and satellites; Venus, Earth's twin; our nearest neighbor, Jupiter, the system's gravitational anchor, Dr. Loeb stated in a recent Harvard lecture. The trajectory appears almost purposeful. If you were designing a reconnaissance mission through our solar system, this is the path you choose. MIT statistician Dr. Rebecca Chen calculated the combined probability for a random interstellar object to follow this specific path by chance. We're talking about odds of roughly 1 in 2.3 million. Which brings us to October 29th, perihelion, the closest approach to the Sun, and potentially the most important date in human history. Professor Loeb identified this date months ago as critical. At perihelion, any spacecraft would achieve maximum efficiency for what's called a gravitational assist maneuver. You could accelerate, decelerate, or deploy smaller craft, all while using the Sun's gravity as free energy. But here's the unsettling part. From October 27th to November 2nd, 3I Atlas is in our blind spot, hidden behind the Sun's glare. We literally cannot observe it during the most critical phase of its journey. Loeb warned, if this object performs any technological maneuvers, deploys probes, or changes velocity at perihelion, we won't know until it emerges in November. By then, anything deployed would already be on its way to targets throughout the solar system. The Juno spacecraft, currently orbiting Jupiter, has been quietly retasked. Principal investigator Dr. Scott Bolton confirmed they're pointing their instruments at 3I Atlas, specifically searching for radio emissions or technological signatures. Now let's talk about what NASA isn't talking about. On September 15th, multiple sources confirmed NASA activated certain protocols typically reserved for potentially hazardous objects, asteroids that might impact Earth. But 3I Atlas is leaving the solar system. It poses zero collision risk. So why activate these protocols? The International Asteroid Warning Network launched what they call an observation campaign. Telescopes from the European Southern Observatory in Chile Subaru, Telescope in Hawaii, Fast Radio Telescope in China, the Gran Telescopio, Canarias in Spain, all coordinating observations, all sharing data through secured channels, all maintaining unusual silence about their findings. When we submitted Freedom of Information Act requests for high-resolution images from the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, which has 3 times better resolution than Hubble, we were told the data is temporarily unavailable due to processing requirements. Dr. Loeb himself confirmed, despite repeated requests, we haven't received the MRO data. This is highly unusual for time-sensitive astronomical observations. Former NASA Administrator Dr. Thomas Whitmore, speaking independently, said, "In 40 years, I've never seen this level of coordinated observation, coupled with this level of information restriction. Draw your own conclusions." On December 19th, just 6 days before Christmas, 3I Atlas makes its closest approach to Earth, approximately 130 million kilometers. Close enough for our best telescopes to capture unprecedented detail. Dr. Loeb calls this the moment of truth. If 3I Atlas accelerated at perihelion, we'll detect it. If it deployed smaller objects, we'll see them. If it's transmitting signals, we'll hear them. The Very Large Array in New Mexico has already allocated 200 hours of observation time, their largest commitment ever to a single object. The Arecibo Observatory's successor in China, FAST, is running 24/7 monitoring protocols. What we know for certain, 3I Atlas exhibits behavior no natural comet should display. Its size defies statistical probability for interstellar objects. Its composition doesn't match known comet chemistry. Its trajectory is improbably perfect for system reconnaissance. Global space agencies are responding with unprecedented coordination. Professor Loeb put it simply, we must follow the evidence wherever it leads. If this object is artificial in origin, December 19th will be remembered as the day everything changed. In the history of science, paradigm shifts rarely announce themselves. They arrive as anomalies, observations that don't fit our models, data that challenges our assumptions. 3. I-Atlas is that anomaly. Either we're witnessing the most statistically improbable natural phenomenon ever recorded, requiring us to rewrite textbooks on cometary physics, or we're observing technology from another civilization here in our solar system right now. NASA has activated protocols. Telescopes worldwide are watching. Data is being collected but not shared. And in less than 8 weeks, we'll have answers to questions humanity has asked since we first looked at the stars. This story is developing daily. New observations, new data, new revelations. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell, because when the announcement comes, you'll want to know immediately. Until then, keep watching the skies. History isn't just being written, it's flying through our solar system at 40 kilometers per second, and we're all witnesses to whatever comes next. Sign off.